Good afternoon. So adjust myself here in the chair before I get started so I can be comfortable. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live. My name is Barry Selby. I am here to help you heal your heart and do other things, and I'll explain that more in this talk. It's going to be an interesting topic today. It's like a free flow Friday for me, and this was on my mind, so I want to talk about it. Before I get to that, let me introduce myself for those who haven't seen my broadcast before. My name is Barry Selby. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine. I do these talks every day. This is number 295. 295, God. So 5 more to 300. Yeah, it's getting close. And these are called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. I do these every day. And today's topic is inspired by somebody's posting about dick pics, but it was also the straw that broke the camel's back, or the icing on the cake, or the tipping point of me wanting to talk about this. And it's not just about that, it's about something else, which is really separating the wheat from the chaff, or the truth from the lies, and getting real. That's kind of what my title is supposed to mean. And I'm going to talk about it in 2 areas, which is one is in the area of relationship, and the other one is in the area of relationship coaches. Yeah, I'm going to cover both sides of this conversation. So let's have some fun, shall we? So first, I'm kind of warming up for a panel discussion I'm going to have on Tuesday. I'm part of a, as she calls it, she's got 3 stallions, and I'm like, I'm a stallion? Okay. A woman I know in Florida, or actually recently met, Stacey Murphy, has brought me onto a panel I'm going to be on Tuesday next week. And if you're interested in that, message me, I'll send you the link. That is going to be a Zoom conference call with myself, 2 other men, and her hosting, that I'll be speaking to her audience about things about dating and men relationships, stuff like that. So this is kind of preamble, or a preface, or a sneak peek, if you want to call it that. So on the level of relationships, I'll get to the coaching part second, so don't go away from me to get that part. But in a relationship, there's a lot of lies going on. Let me be clear about this. I'm dealing with this experientially, being a client. Apparently, I didn't realize I was getting to be one, being a client to a matchmaker who right now, the first date was definitely I talked about this last Friday or Saturday. I did a Facebook Live based on the idea about bad dates, blind dates, etc., etc. So go and find that broadcast. That talks about that experience. So now they're going to set me up another one next week. And I'm basically going, okay, they don't get 3 strikes, they get 2. So if this one doesn't work out, I'm walking away. But I want to speak to this because there is I want to say deception may not be the right word, but it's definitely what's going on in people's dating lives is the lies in dating. There are people out there who are dating and putting on a persona. Now, this is not exactly best kept secrets. These are simple things you already know. But there are people basically who are putting up fake profiles of themselves. Or I should say photoshopped profiles of themselves, both pictures and content. It's not who they really are. And so when you meet them in person, you're either confused, stunned, shocked, maybe once in a while excited, but usually you have this foul taste in your mouth of being lied to. Understandably so, because that's what happens. Not only that is one of the situations you have to deal with in the minefield of dating. It is kind of a minefield at times. You're also facing the fact that when you're on dates with people, and I'm using it transparently because it's for men and for women, there's not one side or the other, but this is not a sexist thing, it's the way both sides act, is the fake presentation. It's always amazing to me, and it's funny because I've been talking to people recently about this, that on the first real date, and you know if you listened to me before, I talk about how I recommend if you're going out with somebody for the first time, do a pre-date, where you go out for coffee or lunch or something, where it's a daytime, public, safe space, and then if you like each other, then go on the first romantic date. Because if you do the first romantic date with somebody you haven't met yet, it's a Russian roulette sort of experience. You're gambling. So, when you go on your first real romantic date, having done the pre-date, there's this pressure to put on the best impression you can. Which always cracks me up, because I sit at that and go, yeah, I understand you want to make a good impression, but the reality is, in 6 months' time, if you're with that person, you're going to be farting in front of them. So why the pretense? Why the need to be so perfect and so best behavior when you meet them? Yeah, it'd be nice to dress up for a date. I'm not going to say you shouldn't do that. I mean, makeup, jewelry, nice outfit, not tattered jeans, stuff like that. So both parties show up respecting the other person by dressing up nicely. But putting on pretentious behaviors and exempt extreme manners that you'll never do in public otherwise. I should say you'll never do at home otherwise, to get the attention of the person you are interested in, so that when they go out with you, you can then drop the whole thing when you get to know them 2 or 3 months later. And the thing about this that cracks me up is that people keep doing that. And it's kind of like when you get down the relationship 6 months, 8 months, a year down the road, where you're going, oh, I miss the old days when we first got together. Of course you do, because the person you met at the beginning isn't the person you're with now, because the person lied to you. I mean, this is not rocket science. This is the truth. So I would suggest as an opportunity on your next date, if you're single, next date you go on, especially if it's the coffee date first, because that's the one that's more relaxed anyway, is you be natural. Yes, you dress up how you want to dress up, you want to present yourself how you want to present yourself, but be authentic. Don't try to be too perfect where you can't even move a muscle because you're afraid of showing them something less than perfect. Be the best you can be as you are normally, real. You know, I mean, it's not that rocket science. It's simple. And I'd certainly recommend that when you're doing dates and you're down the road in a few dates, that by that point you should definitely be more relaxed. Now, here's some things. This doesn't mean, and this is one of my pet peeves, and you know about this one if you watch my broadcasts, that you have the cell phone out all the time. That should. Here's the thing: if you go on a date, and this is my requirement on all dates, whether it's your first date or your 20th year of dating, when you're on a date with your partner, the cell phone goes either in your pocket, turned off, vibrate, not on the table. You want to be with your partner. If you want to be with your cell phone, you shouldn't be with your partner. It's either or at that point. Now, if it's something like babysitters, something like that you're dealing with, that's okay. But in terms of like having a phone in front of you when you're on a date with your partner, no. And even to do your Instagram post of your frigging meal, delay it, postpone it, ignore it, don't do it. Spend the time with your partner. Let's be clear about this. If you're the partner, you're valuing your time and their time. Your phone can come another time, sort of thing. You get my point. So being natural, yes. But if you're a person who's stuck in the phone the whole time, that may not be the natural you want to present, just to be clear about that part. So that's one part of the conversation, which is about being authentic, being truthful, being honest and real on your dates. And let's get to the more, what's I'm looking for? Controversial, that's the word, being polite, piece, which is about relationship coaches and dating coaches and matchmakers. Let's apply the same magnifying glass of truth versus lies, authentic and real versus fake to that arena, shall we? Because this is something that I'm extremely aware of, has some issues with. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, in fact, I mentioned her yesterday because I did my Facebook Live because of her inspiration, what she talked about the muse and the masculine yesterday. That was about feminine and masculine, how the feminine influences in a positive way the masculine. It was a wonderful talk. It was a wonderful inspirational idea that she gave me, which I talked about yesterday. But anyway, in a conversation we were talking about how in the dating arena, because we've both been in this business for a while, how there's a lot of bullshit artists out there. Let me be clear about that. Bullshit artists. I think I got that clear now. There are people out there who hang out a shingle of being a relationship, a matchmaking, dating coach whose branding is, I'm your best coach that's going to help you get what you want. Well, are you? Are they? Let's just talk about them that way. My experience has been with some of these people, and I've been on 45 telesummits the last 4 years as a featured expert, and I tend to check out the other people on the broadcast, other experts and coaches and speakers, etc., just to get a sense of who they are, because they might be people I want to do joint ventures with, or maybe do some collaborations with, maybe learn from even. I'm sorry to say, a lot of them aren't the real deal. There are people out there who are presenting themselves as coaches and experts in the area of relationships when their only claim to fame is they got married. Yep, there's a few of them out there. I've seen a few of them. They've met the love of their life, they say, because they've been married 3 years. And they basically have decreed that they're now going to have everybody else, because they help their friends get matched up. Not that their friends have got married. Whoops, I'm sorry, I guess my camera is auto-sensing. Whoops, my camera is, what's going on here? Okay, it's doing its thing. Am I working here? I am working, yes. Sorry, I'm noticing my broadcast is doing something weird. All right, let's see if it brightens up. My screen just went dark. Okay, stay there. Okay, so, getting back to the topic, So there are several people out there who purport to being the best in the business because they have maybe hooked up one of their friends to a relationship. And maybe they got married. And maybe they've been married more than 2 years. But for many of the coaches out there, their resume, their documentation, their proof is missing beyond that point. I'm very clear for myself in what I do with my clients. I help them heal their hearts. That's the biggest piece of the work I do. With my clients, I really help them find how to love themselves enough to attract a healthy relationship. That's my big secret of how I do the work. I don't claim to find you your soulmate or your twin flame or your divine partner. I can help you get close to that. That's my work. I have a program called Attract the Man You Want because that's what I help you do. But I don't say it's going to be get the one or whatever that is. I mean, I want to be clear here. I have a lot of friends of mine in the business who use soulmates, calling the one, that stuff in their branding. And I have great respect for them because they've been in it for a long time and they know what they're doing. Let me be clear about that part, please. Because before somebody starts getting upset with me, because those people I do respect. But there are other people who are the Johnny-come-latelys in the business who have had some luck and have some success in some arena, and then think they can apply it to make you get what you want. And it's really shaky. So here's the thing I want to say, just to get it clear. I'm not going to tell you who I think is good or bad, because that's not for me to say, because they may have their own clients that do like them. But I'm watching what's happening in the world. I'm watching in the dating arena and the relationship coaching arena. I invite you to be really diligent about what you do. I'm inviting you to do your own fact-checking, as it were, with these people. If you're looking to put any investment of your time, your effort, and your money with a coach, test drive them. That's why I offer in my coaching, and I'll offer it here as well. What I'm calling, what happened to me this morning, just renamed it, because it can change the branding, is a complimentary clarity conversation. Because that's what I offer. Clarity, and it's complimentary, it's my gift. So if that appeals to you, you can go to a website and check it out. The thing about it is it doesn't cost you anything. It's called complimentary for a reason. But not everybody does that. Some coaches don't even offer a free discovery session or a consultation or whatever you want to call it. And I'd be wary of people who do that. Unless you've got people you know who've had extremely good experience with them, investing your money without having a test drive isn't recommended. So in my case, if you want to check that out for me, on my website I have a thing called Let's Chat. It's the first choice on the menu bar on my website, which is barryselby.com, and you can click on that to get a free discovery session known as a complimentary clarity conversation. There, you can get it if you want. Do your due diligence to research and find out who you want to work with. Find someone you can trust. Hopefully they've got videos you can watch and get a sense of what they're about, how they feel. Because the thing is, especially for the ladies watching this, you have a gift of sensitivity where you can pick up on people and sense where they're coming from and what they're about. Trust that. If you don't feel alignment with that person, don't work with them. I got people who didn't want to work with me, and I'm fine with that because the truth is it's also mutual. This is one of the funny things about this conversation. There are people who you don't want to work with who don't want to work with you either. This is the reciprocal arrangement of good relationships in business as well as in love. So the thing about truth and lies that I'm applying in this conversation is be clear about when you're on dates to get the truth, and be authentic, be real, be natural in who you are. And when you're looking at getting coaching, guidance, and help from somebody, whether it's me or somebody else, do your due diligence there too. Check things out, get really clear, and find out if that's the person you want to work with. It's just my recommendation. Now, you don't have to follow this advice. You don't have to do any of what I recommend. But I'm saying this for a reason. I've seen people get burned and get hurt by this. That's why I am clear. But when I work with somebody, we've already met each other first. Same as that pre-date I talked about earlier, where you go and meet somebody in the daytime for coffee and lunch, rather than an evening romantic date the first time you meet them. The same is true in this experience where I work with somebody for the first time. We do a complimentary conversation that is a gift, that is free, and it's also a chance to go, does this help you? Do you want to work with me? Do I want to work with you? So we both know it's something we want to do. Relationship coaching is very similar to a relationship. Strange as that seems. So when you work with a coach, especially if working with me, it's 3 to 6 months commitment. For some people, that's a relationship. Like, romantic relationship would be 3 to 6 months. So why not put the effort into finding out if you want to do a partnership in that? You know, you can get the ebooks or the other books and products from people. I mean, I've got a book you can buy too for $20-25. That's a low investment. That will work too if you want to get to know what my skills are about, where I come from, what I'm about. Some people have those free reports and other things to get. So get the stuff that you can see from other people and figure out what works for you. This is maybe a cautionary tale. Certainly some recommendation of advice I'd like to offer, because it may help you get clarity about what you want to do and who you want to work with. And that, I think, is I've flogged that point enough. I think I've driven it home. So if you didn't get the point by now, you may want to start over. So, wrapping this up, thank you for watching me and joining my broadcast. This is my daily Facebook Live. This is number 295, 5 more to go to 300. You can watch all of my broadcasts on my website. I mentioned barryselby.com. Click on the Let's Chat button for the complimentary Clarity conversation. Click on the video blog to watch all of these broadcasts, all 294 plus this one. Or you can find them on my business page on Facebook, which is barryselby.author. Also on YouTube is where I put them as well, which is my channel is Barry Selby, and my playlist is Messages from the Masculine. My advice to you for tonight, as your homework from this broadcast and through the weekend, because I'll be doing another one tomorrow, but in case you don't watch that one, is to get real with yourself. Yes, get real with yourself. Look in the mirror, see yourself, and know the truth. And here's some things I recommend you think about yourself when you're looking at the truth. First of all, you're a lot better than you think you are. You are way better than you think you are. Yes, I'm speaking to you. In addition, you are way more deserving and lovable than you think you are. Just say that this up here, maybe you're lying to you. Talking about truth and lies. So your homework for tonight and beyond is to look in the mirror and see yourself as you really are, not what you think you are. Let the understanding of your power, your authenticity, your magnificence start to shine through. That's your experiment I invite you to try. Play with it, both in the mirror at home and also when you go out in the world. Not to be preening like a peacock, but to be authentic and connected inside so that you really value who you are. You might be surprised at what response you get. And if you want to report back to me by putting comments below, I invite you to do so. One last thing. I'm realizing I haven't said this for a few times. If you want to share this out with other people who you think might get value from this, please share that with them. They might get a change of heart or an awakening to what they really deserve. Thank you for watching my broadcast. I'll be back again tomorrow, number 296. And be good to yourself. You do deserve the best. And sometimes it needs me to remind you to do that. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.